Hey everybody, my name is Shamine and I am an intuitive life coach as well as an energy healer under the brand name Sensitive Superwoman. So what I do is I help ambitious, spiritually awakening women remove their subconscious blocks that is blocking them in manifesting the life and business of their dreams.
So law of attraction is actually a very interesting topic. When I first really heard of law of attraction is through the book The Secret. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had heard about this book. This is the first book that made law of attraction known to the world, right? In that book itself, I read about stories how they perform miracles by just using their thoughts. Like for example, I heard people receive random money get banked into their account, or when they have very seriously they are seriously ill, then they get better just by using their thoughts. But what do you think, Shamin? Is law of attraction like a magic, or what's the theory behind it?
So there are different schools of thought. So in the spirituality realm, of course, people believe in law of attraction, and we've been talking about it for a long time. So it was The Secret that made this concept really popular. But in the spiritual world, we have been talking about how our thoughts create things. And in the scientific realm, the most glaring example of how law of attraction can be explained is that human beings are equipped with this thing called the reticular activating system. So what it is it's a bundle of nerves that is above our spinal cord, and what it does is it acts as a bridge between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And what it does is it zeroes in into what your mind focuses on. So have you ever had this experience where you see a car that you really like, and then you start seeing it everywhere on the road? Have you ever had that experience?
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes, I have. I mean, for me, it's a number. I see it
number.
everywhere. Yeah,
True.
it's a very particular
Right.
number that I like.
Yeah, they say 1111 is angel numbers.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
once my friend told me that, I literally see it every time the clock shows 1111. I don't even understand why.
Exactly. So that is what science has proven, but the magic lies in what is causing us to be able to manifest that in our life. That remains a mystery. So in the spirituality world, we call it infinite intelligence, or we call it God. God is the one that is bringing all these things together. So what's amazing about it is it's as if God is always saying yes to us, and it's up to us to choose what we want to focus on in life, because that's exactly what we're going to manifest. So imagine if you keep seeing numbers, or you see a car that you like imagine if you can focus on things that you want all the time. That's exactly what's going to manifest. And if you focus on the thing that you don't want, that's also exactly what you're going to manifest in your life.
That is very true. I think, like for me, right, for law of attraction, I kind of figured it out when I was 20 years old, because I was doing sales at first. Last time I was doing a face-to-face marketing thing. I'm sure, because I approached you before, right? While I was doing that. Yeah. So I was really learning how to actually apply law of attraction while doing sales, and I can see the fruit of doing so. Like I used to write down descriptions of people that I would like to sign up for that project, and I actually get the exact description that I was manifesting. So I was like, wow, it actually works. That was very surprising for me. Yeah.
So you get to choose what you want to bring into your life.
But how about like I mentioned just now on in the book The Secret, right? It's so miraculous that certain things actually happen. For example, like even when someone didn't particularly work hard for it, it happens. For example,
So true.
I still remember the story about money, people who receive money in like envelope sent to their home. How do you think that is possible?
Yeah, of course. So there's so many stories of people visualizing certain things happening, and then it happens. So another scientific explanation that I could probably share with you, and I highly encourage you to watch this experiment. It's on YouTube. It's a very famous experiment that talks about the quantum world. So it was done by a quantum physicist. I think he was called Thomas Young, if I'm not mistaken. So what he did was he studied how atoms worked. So he had an atomic gun that shot out atoms, and what he concluded from that experiment was when an atom is not looked at, it will go at random places and it will act randomly. But as soon as you place something, a machine, or if you start looking at the atoms and trying to identify where they go, the atoms actually change their behavior. It's almost like the atom knows that someone is looking. So it's completely mind-blowing. So what is concluded from the experiment is thoughts become things. Seeing makes it so. And that's why, like, when people visualize, there are stories of people visualizing their cells healing. So those who are ill, they imagine that their cells heal, they imagine their tumors shrinking, and seeing it in their mind makes it so. And then they get to manifest that in their reality. So even in what I do as an energy healer, I visualize the person, my client, healing in my mind, and seeing it makes it so, and therefore they heal. And that's how miracles happen.
Oh, that's really powerful.
Yeah, it is. It's very
Right.
powerful, yeah.
Yeah, it also reminded me of like frequencies and how we all have energies, and I guess
True.
that also somehow affect what our thought manifests.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I think there's like I would say a misunderstanding with law of attraction. They say sometimes like only special people gets it.
Really, some people just believe that you don't always get what you want.
Okay.
It's true that even though like I personally practice law of attraction,
Mhm.
but as we go through life, right, that's like reality really hits us in a way.
True.
Like not everything that we want will get manifested. Like why is that so? And then like how some people really get to manifest what they want most of the time.
So I think it's more like a thought process problem, right? Like how do we, like, I mean, when reality hits us, we feel like we are in our human state, so that makes us feel that it's impossible. Is it like that?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. And it's also a common misconception and also a common problem that people have when they start delving into this world of manifestation and law of attraction. Because for example, they read The Secret, and The Secret tells them if you want to manifest a parking lot, you just imagine a parking lot and then you get it. And most people have no problem manifesting a parking lot. But then when it comes to money or love or like career fulfillment, right? Suddenly they hit a block and they don't know why. Like, how come I can manifest a parking lot but not money? So the reason for this, so it's not that law of attraction does not work for us. Law of attraction is a law. We don't get to choose whether we apply it or not. It's just like gravity. Gravity is a law. We don't get to say like, oh, gravity works for me but not for the other person. It works for everyone. So the question to ask is not how come law of attraction is not working for me. The question to ask is, why am I attracting a scenario in my life that is not ideal? Right? So the reason why this happens is because of our subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind holds all our unconscious beliefs, all our emotions, the trauma that we have faced throughout our lives. And through the study of epigenetics, where they study our DNA, it's shown that we carry the DNA information of our ancestors from 14 generations back, up to 14 generations back. So we're talking about our ancestors probably going through poverty or famine or war in the past, and whatever their thought process was, we actually have a chance of inheriting them. So the reason why we are struggling could be because we have inherited some sort of beliefs from our ancestors, but it's not permanent. So these beliefs can be uncovered, unlocked, and removed.
How do you suggest, like, what can we get started with to remove all this, like, blockages and misconceptions?
So in order to access the subconscious mind, we cannot like consciously try to figure out what's blocking us, right? So a lot of people, like for example, when they struggle with money, they have no idea that they actually have some sort of programming that's hindering them from becoming financially abundant. So, but actually a lot of people have this programming of money doesn't grow on trees, money makes you evil and only like bad people become rich, and we don't know because these are like in the unconscious mind, right? So a way to access it is to slow down the brain waves, and that's why hypnotherapy works very well, and also theta healing, which is the thing that I do. So it all involves slowing down the brain waves, and that's when you can actually access your subconscious mind. So in a session with my client, they actually start recalling all the memories that they forgot about before, and that's when we can pick and remove all these trauma and all these unconscious blocks permanently.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like,
Yes, it does.
it's definitely something there that's blocking us. Like, you know, we have been trying to manifest the first 1,000 of our subscribers since day one, and now I guess like we really have to.
Yeah.
I guess our subconscious mind, there's something there that's hindering us from manifesting that. Like,
Just very true, lah. I think it becomes more clearer, I guess, now.
Yeah,
Now,
so there's
something
definitely some programming there that's stopping you or probably slowing it down. And everything, all our beliefs, even though we might consciously think like it's bad, like of course I don't want to believe that money is evil, right? But actually by having that programming, it's actually serving us. And that's what makes change hard sometimes, because all our programming serve us in one way or another. So for example, if you feel like money is evil, some people hold on to that programming so that they feel like they are a better human being than someone who's rich. Like, I don't need to be rich, I'm already a good person. But they are unconsciously sabotaging themselves and pushing money away when they hold on to this programming. So you might want to look at how is it serving you that you haven't had your 1,000 subscribers yet. That's the question to ask.
yeah, we just start asking ourselves that.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I believe that there's like probably because they say the top 1% are the richest in this world, right? I believe that maybe 99% of us actually we still have some blockages that needs to be removed. But like, what if like imagine a world where everyone is consistently practicing law of attraction and actually get to manifest what they want. Like how do you see a world like that? Would the world still be the same? Because you know, there's no difference in you call it financial
status, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, financial status.
There's be no difference in financial status.
Status, yeah.
Like balance, right?
Balance between everyone. And like all of us are living in like harmony, and all of us are earning the same. There's no poverty at the same time.
Oh,
So
wouldn't
we-
that be so lovely?
Yeah.
And I think
Right?
this might be, you know, I'm an like eternal optimist, but I would say never say never. And you can see that even with this pandemic, there's been a huge shift in our consciousness. So for example, right, like even the word success, we are starting to define it differently. It's like success to me and success to you is no longer just about being financially rich. Like people are starting to calm down and like go inwards and asking themselves, actually, what do I want to do with my life? And I think when more people are individualistic, that means they're not pressured to be part of what society expects us. I think we will one day just be harmonious because everybody is just their own person, and we are moving towards that. And even when it comes to wealth and money, we are going through a huge shift where, like you mentioned just now, Lara, like it's always the top 1% before this, right? But we are seeing a shift in how wealth is being distributed in the world. There are more millionaires now than ever. There are more women millionaires now than ever. So we are moving to a state of balance. It's not going to be great right now, but it is going to be a shift over time. Yeah, that's what I believe, at least.
Very true. We all have different life purpose. So even though we know how to manifest, like not everyone will be successful in the exact same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now the question to ask is, how do I define success? What do I actually want in my life if I had a choice?
True. And how do we know that? Like, how do we know what do we actually want? Because I think manifestation only plays a role when there's when it recognizes that there is something that we actually need, right? Is it?
Well, see, I never believe that people don't know what they want. Like, I never believe that. I always believe that people actually know what they want. They're just scared to say it. because you might be like so radical from what the society expects, you know. So for example, in like when you find a coach, so it's always good to get help, because someone might be able to see your blind spots. So sometimes people come to me and say like, I really want to manifest this one giant goal that I have, but upon exploring, they might realize like, actually that's not even what I want. It's actually like, I want something, but I don't know if I can say this, you know. It's like a little secret that you have. And I think, again, if you slow down your brains and then you go inwards, you will find the answer always.
Okay, just now you mentioned something about theta healing, right? Do you mind elaborating on what it is?
Yeah, sure. So theta is a brainwave. So it's the one right before sleeping. So it's a very slow brainwave. So as a theta healer, you are trained to access that brainwave, and in that brainwave, that's where you get to uncover and unravel the subconscious mind. So this is where we store all our unconscious beliefs and the programmings, the good ones, the bad ones, and also the ugly ones. So in a session, a theta healer will go down to a theta brainwave and access your subconscious mind, unravel it, explore it, and then whatever beliefs that or programmings that you have, we get to actually muscle test it. So muscle testing is based on kinesiology. So it's like when you say yes, 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 you can actually hold the fingers together. I don't know if you guys have seen where people say yes, 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 and then they press on the arm. Yeah, so and when it's a no, 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 the arm will go down. Yeah, so that's how you get to validate that you actually have these unconscious beliefs. So when you have certain programmings like, I am a failure, or like, I am ugly, I am unwanted, as a theta healer, you can actually pull, cancel, and resolve these beliefs, and then you can also get intuitive downloads of what the client needs. So we empower you with new downloads and new feelings and new beliefs, and install it into your subconscious mind, and then you start seeing shifts in your reality right after that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. So if you want to experience energy healing for yourself, check out my Instagram page, Sensitive Superwoman, or you can also visit my website, www.sensitivesuperwoman.com. Thank you so much for having me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to Nude Media. Thank you.